Something's brewing. Funny coffee jokes. By David Russo. Would you like ice in your coffee? Would you like cream in your coffee? No, I don't want ice cream in my coffee. How do coffee beans say good morning? Rise and grind. Why did the coffee bean get promoted? It was part of the daily grind. What do you call a coffee bean that's a big talker? A brew, ha ha. Why didn't the coffee want to get into trouble? Because he couldn't handle the pressure of a mug shot. What's a coffee joke that's never been told before? I'll tell you tomorrow. You need to wake up and smell yourself. Brewing up a laugh with caffeine wisdom. I think that coffee winked at me. He's brewing trouble. Why did the coffee get kicked off the basketball team? It kept getting dunked on. Why did the coffee win the spelling bee? Because he was the only one who entered. What's a coffee joke that's never been told before? I'll spill the beans tomorrow. I've got grounds to be here. You're too bitter. Guess I'm just not everyone's cup of tea. I think that coffee winked at me. He's espressoing himself. What did the coffee stain say to the shirt? You have a coffee stain on you. Ill. Don't kill the messenger. Why couldn't the coffee keep a secret? Because he didn't want to spill the beans. I think that coffee winked at me. Guess he's grounds for flirting. Why didn't the cream stay at the bottom of the coffee? Because the cream always rises to the top. Would you like sugar in your coffee? No thanks. I'm already sweet enough. What's a coffee joke that's never been told before? I'll brew it overnight. Why doesn't coffee go with a banana? Because the banana split. Like, subscribe and share these funny coffee jokes.
Bonus story: a day in the life of a coffee bean. Once upon a morning, in a little coffee shop called Daily Grind, there lived a coffee bean named Brewster. Brewster wasn't just any coffee bean. He was a bean with big dreams, a quick wit, and a caffeine-fueled sense of humor. One morning, Brewster woke up bright and early. "Rise and grind," he shouted, stretching his tiny bean limbs. But today wasn't just any day. It was the day he hoped to get promoted. After all, he thought, I'm part of the daily grind. Surely someone will notice my dedication. As he rolled toward the counter, he overheard another bean bragging. "Did you hear about the coffee who won the spelling bee?" Brewster perked up. "Really? How?" "Because it was the only one who entered," said the bean, rolling its tiny eyes. Brewster chuckled. "Guess I'm not the only clever one around here." At the espresso machine, Brewster decided to try his hand at stand-up comedy. Steam hissed around him as the crowd of coffee cups and mugs leaned in. "You're just not everyone's cup of tea," one dark roast muttered. Brewster shrugged. "That's fine. I've got grounds to be here." A sugar packet leaned over and whispered, "Would you like sugar in your coffee?" Brewster smiled. "No thanks, I'm already sweet enough." Feeling confident, he spotted a passing latte with its foam swirling elegantly. "I think that coffee winked at me," he said, hearts in his bean-shaped eyes. "Guess I'm grounds for flirting." But trouble wasn't far away. A mischievous espresso shouted, "Why didn't the coffee want to get into trouble?" Brewster raised an eyebrow. "Because it couldn't handle the pressure of a mug shot." Espresso cackled. Brewster groaned. Classic. By noon, Brewster was a little steamed, but determined. He tried telling a joke no one had ever heard before. "What's a coffee joke that's never been told?" he asked dramatically. The crowd leaned in, tilting and rattling their rims in anticipation. "I'll tell you tomorrow," Brewster said, and everyone groaned. Timing, Brewster, timing. As the sun dipped behind the cafe windows, Brewster looked around at the warm, coffee-scented room. He had been roasted, grounded, and even a little steamed, but he had made people laugh. And that, he realized, was better than any promotion. Life, he thought, is too short for bad coffee. Or bad jokes. With a contented sigh, Brewster settled into his little coffee mug chair, ready to brew trouble tomorrow, and maybe spill a few more beans, literally.